Today, we're breaking down every German armored personnel carrier used in World War II, the machines that allowed German infantry to fight alongside tanks. Let's begin with the most iconic APC of the war. Section 1, the core APC of the Wehrmacht. Sd.Kfz 251, the backbone of German mechanized infantry. Developed in the late 1930s, the Sd. 251 was a medium-armored half-track designed to transport panzer grenadiers directly into combat. It featured sloped armor, excellent off-road capability, and room for a full infantry squad. It served on every front from Poland to Normandy. Sd.Kfz 251-1 standard troop carrier, the primary APC version, carried a full infantry squad, armed with 1 or 2 machine guns for suppressive fire. This was the vehicle that defined German mechanized warfare. Sd.Kfz 251-2 mortar carrier, mounted an 81 mm mortar, provided mobile indirect fire support to infantry units, allowed rapid shoot and scoot tactics. Sd.Kfz 251-3 command and radio vehicle, packed with radios and antennas, used by unit commanders to coordinate fast, moving armored formations. A critical command node in blitzkrieg operations. Sd.Kfz 251-6 command variant higher level command APC, used by battalion and regimental headquarters. Often accompanied panzer divisions deep behind enemy lines. Sd.Kfz T51-07 engineer vehicle, carried assault bridges and engineering equipment, used for crossing trenches, ditches, and obstacles under fire. Sd.Kfz 251-8 armored ambulance, converted medical evacuation APC, marked with Red Cross symbols. Allowed wounded soldiers to be evacuated under armor protection. Sd.Kfz 209 Stummel, mounted a short-barreled 75 mm gun infantry fire support variant. Sd.Kfz 251-10 anti-tank Escort mounted a 37 mm anti-tank gun, provided infantry units limited anti-armor capability. Sd.Kfz 251-16 Flamethrower carrier, equipped with twin flamethrowers, used for bunker clearing and urban fighting. Psychologically devastating weapon. Sd.Kfz 2051-17 anti-aircraft mounted 20 mm flak guns, protected mechanized columns from low-flying aircraft. Sd.Kfz 250-21 drilling, triple-mounted 15 mm or 20 mm autocannons, late war air defense APC. Sd.Kfz 251-22 anti-tank destroyer mounted a powerful 75 mm Packer 40 gun, one of the most heavily armed APC variants, created due to desperate late war anti-tank needs. Section 2 a light APC and recon carrier. Sd.Kfz 2U-51 light troop carrier, carried small infantry teams, often used by reconnaissance units. Sd.Kfz 250-3 radio and command vehicle, famously used by Rommel in North Africa, equipped with powerful long-range radios. Sd.Kfz 250-7 mortar carrier mounted an 81 mm mortar, provided mobile fire support for recon units. Sd.Kfz 250-B8 assault gun carrier mounted a short-barreled 75 mm gun, direct fire support for infantry. Sd.Kfz 250-9 Reconnaissance variant, mounted a 20 mm autocannon turret, fast, agile, and heavily used on the Eastern Front. Section 3 heavy and specialized APC conversions. Sd.Kfz 252 ammunition carrier, used to supply assault guns with ammunition, lightly armored but vital to sustained combat operations. Sd.Kfz T53 observation vehicle, used by artillery observers, helped direct indirect fire from armored positions. Borgward VK APC variants, experimental tracked APC designs, limited production and battlefield testing. Section 4A captured improvised APCs. U-304F French half-track conversions, captured French half-tracks converted into APCs, used primarily in occupation and rear area roles. SPW improvised trucks, late war armored truck conversions, thin armor, minimal protection, used during Germany's material shortages. Section 5 Late War Desperation APCs. Gepanzerte Mannschaftstransportwagen, locally produced armored troop carriers. Built using truck chassis and salvaged armor. Crude but necessary. German APCs were not glamorous, but they were essential. They carried infantry into gunfire. They kept pace with tanks. They transformed foot soldiers into mechanized shock troops, from the legendary Sd.Kfz, 251, to light reconnaissance carriers, to desperate late war conversions. These armored personnel carriers were the silent backbone of German ground warfare in World War II. Without them, Blitzkrieg would never have worked.